So, hi everybody. My name is Jenna Burke, and I actually work for a new company called Real Beans Iced Coffee. Real Beans Iced Coffee is a ready-to-drink iced coffee with enhanced nutrients. There's nothing fake about it. It's all natural. There's 7 different flavors, so we are a niche market. I feel like we're very different. So, I'm coming on board as the PR and social media director, and I'm here today to talk about social media. And as Joe did a wonderful job, he is the expert, I feel like, on social media. So he's going to come in and give his expertise where need be, because I know a lot about it, but he knows 10 times more. He's like the genius. So good job, Joe.
What can I do?
Sorry, Joe. So social media is real life communications in fast speed, as we all know. It's not a channel, it's an actual behavior. So I want to know who exactly, just to get a count, I'm curious, who's on Facebook?
Everybody.
Not everybody. Why aren't you people on Facebook?
Oh, somebody in the back said, "What's Facebook?"
Well, really? All right, well, we'll get into that. But I have friends who are on Facebook who are just on it just to look and get their information. Who's on Twitter?
Lots of people.
Who's on LinkedIn?
Oh,
That's a lot. Why? For job searching purposes? No? Mm-hmm. Who's on YouTube? Who goes to YouTube? There's brands that are on YouTube. If you go, for instance, Starbucks has a big channel and they have a very authentic channel. Like when you watch their videos, they have so many cool videos about their product, and a lot of people will actually Google Starbucks and 1 million videos will show up because they have so many. We started one. We don't have 1 million yet, but we're on our way. I feel like it's important for like every brand, every person to realize what works for them and what doesn't. And this is what social media means to me. It's a lot of words, and there's so much. I mean, as far as like sharing and conversation, networking, empowering, real time, actually being at an event and making it actually live stream. And there's so many things that you can make that the people like and all your fans be a part of. You can share cool photos, you can share cool videos, you can share a random article that has nothing to do with your product. And kind of, I think the biggest thing about social media is having an authentic feel to it, to not bring people for promotional purposes. It's more so to drive people why they should love your product. For instance, for our company, one time we did an iced coffee. It was Mr. Beans. Are you all familiar with him? We did a video, and I wish I could show it on here, but he basically did a video. He was in a hurry, and he basically made iced coffee in a very weird way, and he like actually threw back like the actual beans in his mouth and shook his mouth with like the actual ice cubes, and that for us was an actual message, and it was saying like iced coffee is the way to go, ready to drink, be on your way. It's there in a heartbeat. And so like that was a cool message for us, and not just to put a picture of our product and be like real beans, so that's a way to get people engaged with your product. As far as popular social media sites, there are so many. As far as, I just want to know, out of a handful, besides Facebook, like the obvious ones, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those things. What other social media sites are you guys on?
Dig.
Dig is good.
Pinterest.
Pinterest, anybody? Can I see, show hands? Tumblr, Foursquare,
Right.
Google Plus.
Anyone use Instagram? Wow.
I have to say, Instagram just makes your photos awesome, basically. Like, that's the way I look at it. I only post on our Facebook page through Instagram. I feel like, when people go on Facebook these days, you're looking at the timeline. And to be honest, everyone is looking at the photos. People have short attention spans. They're not going to read a paragraph about some mumbo jumbo. Like, they just want to look at a photo with a short caption. And I feel like, just by, and I will actually get into this, but actually looking at my Facebook statistics, I can see that my photos have the most engagement. Everyone is looking at my photos, and basically what Instagram can do, you can use the app, you take a photo and upload the actual photo, and you have, I'd probably say about 12 different filters. You can make it black and white, you can make it look like it's old school, you can make it look vintage, you can make it look Lomo. What are the other, there's so many different ones, but I mean, the only way I post anything, and to be honest, everyone looks much better on Instagram. So
Do you promote Real Beans? Do you promote Real Beans on Instagram?
all I do is every time I want to put a photo up about Real Beans, I put it through Instagram because it looks 10 times more intriguing than a regular no filter photo. It's not intriguing. Like, I call it doctoring it up, you know? So I doctor up the photo. And the great thing about Instagram is you can add hashtags, and you can put @RealBeans, and you can actually put it through Twitter and Facebook. So it's kind of, you know, an all-purpose. I'll go through Instagram and I'll tweet it as well and put it on Facebook as well. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop. Social media sites that I think that are on the rise are Twitter, Tumblr, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Out of all the sites out there right now, I think these are the most popular. Facebook, as we know, you have the ability, and like, you know, I was actually going into the whole photo thing. As you look on brands' pages, you're seeing more photos because that's what's more intriguing. I just posted one simple, like, actual photo through a new app called Cinemagram, and it's a cool little, like, video app. It's new and upcoming. But the fact that I put that on there and it was intriguing and different, I had the most views out of every photo that I have on my page. So trying to be different and trying to do something that is just out of the blue and, you know, very intriguing, I think is, you know, beneficial to your page. You have the ability to customize your own page. Those little apps right below where you can have the video, you can actually make your own icons. Starbucks does an incredible job. There's another, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with SoulCycle, but SoulCycle does a great job with their icons. You can do contests, and these days through Facebook, you can only do contests through like an actual app. You can't just do your own contest on the page. So, you know, actually promoting your contest, offers, coupons, videos, likes, photos, YouTube channel, which I think is very good if you want to drive more people to your actual YouTube channel, because you didn't know that brands actually have YouTube channels. So we drive a lot of people through our apps on there. As far as when you post, I don't recommend posting every 2 seconds. I've done that because I got so excited, but I would see like it diminishing, and I was like, oh God, people are getting so annoyed with me. So you have to make, and what I use is Hootsuite, and everyone uses all different formats. There's Seesmic, there's TweetDeck, there's all sorts of different kind of apps that you can use, but I tend to like Hootsuite. You can actually, you know, put on a calendar when you want to post things, and you know, I have so many things that, I think the whole thing about social media is inspiration. And so I have a calendar of when I want to put my inspiration out for our brand. As far as Facebook, you can also do targeted Facebook ads. Are people familiar with those? It's very self-explanatory. I think the more you're out there and people, I click on those ads, and sometimes they're annoying, but if you see a really cool, intriguing photo, if you're smart with it, then I think it can actually direct people to your actual online page. Like I said, the analytics are very helpful. You can know like what you're posting is actually doing well or what's not doing well. Question in the back? We all want everything we post to go viral. I think that the most important thing, for instance, I have to just say, we're doing a scavenger hunt with reality TV stars. And so I feel like we really want their videos to go viral. We're putting them on every social media platform, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, driving people to that on every social media platform possible. You're not being annoying because I think a lot of different people follow you on different social media platforms. So you're just driving a whole different network to that place that you want to actually go viral. And you know, I just posted one video today of a girl that was on a reality TV show. Within the first hour, we got 300 views. And I think, and because I was obsessive and I put it on everything, you know, it drove on all different directions. And I think that was really helpful.
So what do you call going viral?
And what do I call going viral?
Like 300, 3,000, 3 billion, 3 trillion?
What do you call going viral?
Good question.
That is a good question.
So it really depends, in my opinion, it really
Yeah.
depends on what your goals are for your business. So if you want to get 100 million people to look at your one-time video of you playing with a cat, having a good time, or your cat eating out of a hat, or whatever the, you know, that's not really going to help your business if you're a one-hit wonder. But if you're constantly getting 50 likes on every post that you put up, you want me to tell them the story about my weight loss?
Absolutely. That's actually a good story.
So,
Yes or
no,
no? You got
I
it,
think
go.
I have it. So, there's a quick story that might intrigue some of you. So, I used to be really fat. I'm still fat, but I used to be fatter, and I wanted to lose weight. Everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to eat like a pig and be skinny as a model, you know. So, I needed motivation in order to lose weight. I needed a tremendous amount of motivation because I was not motivated, and my wife couldn't get me to do it. No matter what she told me, no matter what the threats were, I wasn't losing weight. I just liked to eat so much. I didn't know what to do, and I couldn't get motivation. So I decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself on the line. I'm going to ask my 1,000 Facebook friends for help. And I wrote, I do not want to exercise. I want to lay in bed and sleep. I want to eat. But if you like this post, I will walk for 1 minute for every like I get. 10 of my friends liked it, and I limped to the corner. I'm kidding. 10 of my friends liked it, and I went for a walk. The next day I wrote, I hate you guys, but I will walk for 1 minute for every like. 20 people liked it. And I was like, I think I have something going here. The next day, I did the same thing, and I said, yesterday my back is killing me. I really don't want, I was trying to find every excuse that I could think of. I had a late night. I'm not interested. I think my ankle hurts from walking. Something's wrong, but I will walk for 1 minute for every like that you post. Guess what happened? 50 people liked it. I was screwed. I was screwed, but people were engaged, and I said, you know what? If that many people care about me losing weight, I should really care about that too. So at 6 in the morning, when I really don't want to get up, I'm like, probably no one liked it, right? And I look and I'm like 70. I'm like, oh no, what am I doing to myself? And I go for a run now around the park, 4 miles, straight, without stopping. Wow, I lost 23 pounds in a month and a half.
This is a standing ovation.
Thank you.
Really interesting. Everyone go home and like his post.
Yeah. Get that in
Do
my
not
more
do that, otherwise I'll be running all day. Exactly. Run, Joe, run.
in a day.
So if you want to check out the campaign, you can go to facebook.com/Joe Apfelbaum or Google me. I'm waiting till I lose
That
another...
could go viral.
I'm
Talk about
waiting,
viral.
I'm waiting till I lose another 36 pounds by the end
But
of
they
the
want
year.
to see like it actually happened.
Oh, you want to see it as I do it? I actually post...
Everyone likes a before and after.
I actually post a picture and a video after every or during every run. So while I'm running, I post on Facebook. I'm kind of like scared for like the whole world should know, because what if I get 1 billion likes? I have to run to Africa and back through the safari,
You're like
fending
Forrest
off
Gump.
elephants. It's scary.
All right.
So it's really exciting that I did that. And you know what? That's what I consider success. That's what I consider viral. That's what I consider viral. That every single day, or every time I post, I get dozens and dozens, including Jenna, including Aaron, including a lot of other people that might even be here that I don't even know. And it's surprising how many people are supporting me. And it's not only that, it's surprising the snowball effect that it has. Because you know how many people came to me and said, I started running because of you. I started biking because of you. I bought rollerblades because of you. I even got people from all over the world, from Israel, from Australia, from Great Britain, sending me messages saying, Joe, I watch you. People on the street are slapping me 5 in my neighborhood. Because they know me, they heard about me, and they're like, dude, that's the guy. That's the guy that's on Facebook, the idiot, the moron that's schwitzing on a video saying, I can't do this. It's great, it's great. It's really exciting. And that's what social media is about.
Yeah.
Social media is about engaging your audience. It's not about just posting about when you went to the
And that's why it's so awesome, because there's nothing right or wrong about it. You can come up with this creative thing, whether you're a brand or a person, and come up with something really cool to engage your fans or friends. Yes?
Want me to get that?
Yep.
So the answer to that is, number one is search engine optimization, SEO. Make sure that you don't just write clip 1 and just put the picture there or the video there, but write video of beautiful looking personal trainer in pajamas, or whatever you want, to do, and then in the tags you tag it properly, you add content, a paragraph of content or more onto the video page, and that's how people will find you. People are searching on YouTube, people are searching on Google, and then promote it through all your social media. Be creative. When there was an earthquake, I don't know, does anybody here remember about the earthquake that was here? Everyone was shaking in my office. I put a quick video about the earthquake and I wrote NYC earthquake, and I got 100,000 hits on that video. Because everybody is searching for it. Everyone's like, earthquake, NYC, da-da-da-da. And there was one video that I happened to post. I wrote NYC, boom. But what did I get from it? I didn't get anything from it. I didn't make any money off it. It's hard to I'd rather 1,000 or 100 or 300 people, prospects of mine, to look at a video than 100,000 random people that are just not my customers, So you got to think about those numbers. Same thing with email marketing. I used to blast out emails to millions of people. Millions of people. I got nothing. I got 10 clicks, 100 clicks, and I got complaints. That's what I got. But when I send an email to the people that I met at networking events over the past year, the 1,000 people that I met at some of Aaron's events and some other popular, or at Zach's trade shows, some really, really high quality events, those people, most of them click. Most of them take a look at what's going on. Most of them care about me. Most of them know me. And that's what matters. When I send it out to my list, my small list of 1,000 people, I get 500 clicks. That's huge.
Yeah, well, those 100,000 clicks of the YouTube video you're talking about, can't you?
No, you can't. You can't, because your video is about an earthquake in New York City. It's not. If people would go to the video and it said earthquake in NYC and it says eat real beans, it's really good for you. The second people would be like, this is crap, and nobody would click on it.
But I think all you can do on every social media platform is put every link possible on that page.
But it has to be valuable. You can't just try to trick people, because people are smart. People are getting smarter and smarter and smarter. Have something funny. Have something of value. Spend money on it. Spend time. There's no easy route. I was recently sitting on a panel with the social media blogger, the person that handles Dwayne Reed's social media, and somebody was talking about the yellow brick road. Mm-hmm. The yellow brick road. You start out in the beginning, and you got to go through that journey, and you can't just skip. You got to go through the scarecrow, and I forgot all the people that. But basically, you got to go through it. Social media is like the yellow brick road. I think Beth Rosen said it, and you're just walking through the road, and you got to take the path. You can't just become successful in one day. You got to work at it. It's not an easy it's not an easy road to take. You're going to have challenges on the way. You're going to meet some tin people and some lions and stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're going to have courage. And you're going to have, what are the other things? You're going to have other good stuff.
A creative mind.
A creative mind. A brain. There you go.
Yeah,
I lost my brain. I had a brain freeze. So there you go. You have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question about Twitter. How do you get followers if you don't follow you back?
Great question.
Okay, so I mean, as a new company, we don't have as many followers as we want. We have more Facebook fans. I think more things that we're putting on our Facebook is more engaging. Same as Starbucks these days. If you look at, I think Starbucks, which my slides will make no sense, I'm already talking about all this, but Starbucks, I believe, has 27 million fans, and on Twitter they have 2 million followers. So their things that they put on Facebook are more engaging. Their videos, their photographs, everything in Twitter is happening so fast that people can't keep up with it, and I think that is what happens. But as engaging people, they do a lot of cool contests. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what they did with Frappuccino. Take like your favorite Frappuccino, and they kind of personalize all the contests and everything. And a lot of companies these days, in order to enter a contest, you need to like the page in order to enter the contest. When you have a following like Starbucks, I think that can actually bring a lot of people to your page. As far as Twitter, you can also do sweepstakes and contests as well. Hashtagging, everyone knows what Starbucks is. They have the luxury of being like the coffee company. And I think that you know, when they hashtag Starbucks, a lot of people get intrigued with the kind of consistency in photos and information that they're bringing to their community and the kind of cool contests that they're engaging with people. I think a lot of that drives people to their site, and it actually makes them more credible than other brands. You need to find out they know who they are, and I think it's actually working for them.
And there's quantity and quality too. So
Yeah.
you might have 20 or 30 Twitter fans, or you might have 100 million Twitter fans, or however many you have. But if you can't communicate with them, if you can't have a conversation, so what value do you have? Someone that has 30,000 fans on Twitter because they follow them and the other person follows them and half of them are fake accounts, how does that really help you? But if you can have a conversation, if you can post something and get like a retweet, get 5 retweets, get 100 retweets where somebody else is favoring it and retweeting it, if you can engage your audience, and there are many audiences, I think there are 150 million people on Twitter. But the people that are very, very active are super hyper active, and the people that are not just have it and don't exist on it, and they just have accounts. But if you can tap into that community of super active people and talk about it, and then they're mentioning you and you're mentioning them and they're responding, and find the people if that's what you want to focus on, then great, you'll be very successful. But it's not necessarily about the numbers, but it's about the engagement and the quality of the people. We always say at Ajax Union, we always say, if you're getting the wrong type of followers, then they're not engageable. If you're getting just people from overseas that are not your customers liking you just because you want the numbers to be up, they're not engageable. That's why we make sure that we get the right type of people to like your Facebook page so that when you post something, you can engage them. They're real people. They're not just robots or monsters or aliens or whatever.
And I think people love to be heard. So I think the more people behind the Twitter handle, like when they respond to them, the more frequently, people just love to be heard and be talked to through the brands. And I think that really engages and gets people to be like those actual, real, true followers rather than just saying, I'll follow for the hell of it.
You have a question? How do you select what keywords you want to use? So the first thing is try to brainstorm a list of keywords yourself. And there's a tool, you can Google it. It's called Keyword Tool by Google AdWords. And you could put in any word and it tells you what people are actually searching for. It's a free tool. It's called the Keyword Tool by Google AdWords. We have a few minutes left. We'll talk more.
As many of you know, Tumblr, they have, how many people are on Tumblr? 9.7 million people visit Tumblr each day. That's like to have a brand presence on Tumblr. We all know a lot of people in fashion. It makes sense for them as far as like the fashion inspiration, but a lot of other brands, Starbucks or another company, you can find inspiration through the beverage industry or other types of industry. There's inspiration out there, and I think that's what Tumblr is made for. And the more presence you have out there in the social media world, the more people you will gain as your actual fans and followers. There's more to Tumblr, but in the fact that you can actually reblog certain posts. People love to share things and share things on Facebook, and it's just always reblogging and reposting. And I think the fact that if you have a presence on Tumblr, it's actually more benefit for your brand. LinkedIn, we discussed a little bit LinkedIn. Pinterest is amazing. A lot of people are actually on there. I believe it is 10.4 million people. And there's also people that are even on there just to look at the photos. They don't want to actually provide for Pinterest. And you can kind of do the same thing, provide an inspiration board for your brand. You don't necessarily, we don't put Real Beans bottles on every photos. That's so promotional. We provide an authentic feel to our Pinterest board to inspire people to drink iced coffee.
And just so you know, I put up the presentation that we created on the Ajax Union blog. So if you go to ajaxunion.com/blog, or you just go to ajaxunion.com and click on it, I'll make sure to put Jenna's presentation there as well. But we put the first presentation there, so if anybody wants that. And we'll wrap up, and then I'll tell you about a seminar that we're doing.
So as far as Facebook, monthly active users are 850 million people. 250 million upload photos every day. 20% of all page views on the web are on Facebook. 2.7 billion likes per day. For Twitter, there's over 465 million accounts, 175 million tweets a day, 1 million accounts are added to Twitter every day. For LinkedIn, there are 2 new members that join every second. YouTube, our third most visited website 2 billion views per day. Instagram, since April 2012, there were 30 million users. On Pinterest, over 10.4 million registered users, 12 million unique monthly visitors. And yeah, so that wraps up all the stats. We talked about Starbucks. People are familiar with DKNY PR Girl. That's just actually about creating an identity, a person behind their Twitter account, behind the meaning of their brand. They have over 400,000 Twitter followers on Twitter, which is amazing. They actually represent the whole, being like the Carrie Bradshaw, which many people would love to follow. To do, not to do. Do you want to add on to that? On what
Yeah,
to
so
do, not to do?
I'll say the to-dos and
We'll
not
end on
to-dos,
that.
and we'll end on that. So basically, make sure not to promote yourself blatantly on social media because you can get in trouble by doing that. And what you should do is make sure to include your links on social media and make sure to have the accounts. If you have a business name, have the accounts, facebook.com/yourbusinessname, twitter.com/yourbusinessname, pinterest.com/yourbusinessname, linkedin.com/in/your-name and your business name. So that's very important, but don't promote yourself straight out. Add value, you'll be successful, you'll get followers, and you'll make a difference in this world.